Good morning, Kelly Savage for After the Sermon series. So we do continue. Sorry I missed last week. Not exactly sure what I was even doing. But this week, actually yesterday, it's kind of a little early in the morning. Hopefully you'll hear the soothing nature sounds in the back room. Yesterday was the dedication of my second granddaughter. First one was 2021 dedication, and yesterday was my second granddaughter's dedication to her church. And of course that was extremely special for me, just in that alone. Why? When parents dedicate their child and basically are making a statement, a declaration, a committed, dedicated decision of wanting and the desiring of raising their children with the Word, God's values, His morals, and it was so beautiful when the prayer was made for even the parents to go in God's way, to train up the child in His way. So there's a beautiful thing with that. There's a beautiful thing that we have that faith and know that God is accepting that dedication, accepting the hearts of the parents, that we can be in God's graces and His mercy. And I think that was my nugget of truth from yesterday, was God's grace and His mercy. Because we don't know 100% if our children will continue in the way. They all grow up. They all grow up way too fast. But in growing up, we know. And we also, and I have had times as well that I have questioned God. I have had my faith shaken to its very core. I have had times where I questioned Him, was frustrated at God. The greatest thing is His grace and mercy is never that far away. It is a conversation with God. It is a heart turned towards Him. And that can be a continuous thing, should be a continuous thing, that we constantly give it to Him. Sometimes our hearts get hardened. Sometimes our frustrations take over. Sometimes our questions become too big. Not for God, but for us. And sometimes we have that wall up and shut Him out. And He's only a prayer away, a question away, a heart away that will say, I need you once again. So my nugget of truth yesterday was the verse of the song where there's no limit of miles, there's no limit of time, there's no limit of anything with God. If we want to ever turn our hearts back, ever turn it towards Him once again on a daily basis. And as we dedicate our children, as we see our children, grandchildren dedicated, that's all we can hope to, is that they understand that God is a prayer away, a communication away, even sometimes that raw heart and those thoughts that are in us, God can handle them. You know, you love David's heart. Why? Because David had that heart that was for God. And even though he did wrong, even though he was very raw with God, God loves those hearts. And so that's what my nugget of truth was, is His grace and mercy is there. I always talk about the power of choice in my life coaching and a lot of podcasts that I do, power of choice, because it starts with us. It starts right here in the heart. Every decision that we even make for God, He doesn't do it for us. He's waiting for us. He wants us to talk with Him. He wants us to pray. He wants us to call out. He wants us to be real and raw. So my prayer is not only for the children who have been dedicated, but everyone know that there is no limit to time. There is no limit to miles. There can't be a big enough distance between you and God that can't be come together like this. when you communicate with him. Pray to him, reach out to him, give him your raw things. I still do at those times when needed. And it is a continuous thing that we do by our power of choice to continue in the relationship with the Lord. So I hope that helps somebody. I hope that helps many people. That's what I do, why I do the things that I do. If I can take my things that I have learned, been through in my life, and still go through, and help one person or many, that's what I want. Thank you for listening. I hope that brought you some nugget of truth to your own, and have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.